Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep, and I mean deep, into a book that is essentially a blueprint for changing your life. If you've ever felt like you're spinning your wheels, wondering why some people seem to have a golden touch while you're stuck in the mud, this is the video you cannot afford to skip. We are breaking down the success principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be, by Jack Canfield. Yes, the guy who co-created the massive chicken soup for the soul empire. He didn't just get lucky, he used a specific set of rules. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's get right into it. Part 1. The fundamentals of success. Imagine you're driving a car at night. Your headlights only let you see about 200 feet ahead, but you can make the entire trip from New York to California that way. You just have to keep moving. That's how Jack Canfield wants us to look at life. But before we even turn the ignition, we have to talk about the most uncomfortable truth in the entire book. Take 100% responsibility for your life. If there's one thing Canfield wants to tattoo on your brain, it's this formula. E mais O igual a O. E stands for event, the things that happen to you. O stands for outcome, the result you get. R stands for response, how you react. Most people live life thinking that E equals O. They think the traffic made them mad, the economy made them broke, or their boss made them miserable. Canfield calls out this absolute myth. The event doesn't dictate the outcome, your response to the event does. If the economy is bad, event, and you do nothing but complain, response, you lose your business, outcome. But if the economy is bad, event, and you pivot your business to offer what people need right now, response, you thrive, outcome. Stop blaming the weather, your parents, the president, or your horoscope. The moment you blame something outside of yourself, you hand over your power. If you want to be successful, you have to accept that you are the author of your own life story. Be clear why you are here. Every single one of us was born with a unique purpose. Canfield argues that without a clear life purpose, you're just wandering around aimlessly, reacting to everyone else's demands. How do you find your purpose? It's usually hidden in the things that bring you the most joy. Think about what comes naturally to you, what you love doing so much that you lose track of time. Once you identify that, align it with a way to serve others. When your passion meets service, that is your purpose. Decide what you want. Imagine walking up to an airline ticket counter and saying, "I want a ticket." The agent asks, "Where do you want to go?" And you reply, "I don't know, just somewhere good." You're never going to leave the airport. Yet, that is exactly how most people live their lives. They have vague desires like, "I want more money," or "I want to be happy." Canfield insists on absolute clarity. Don't just say you want a nice house. What color are the walls? How many square feet is it? Where is it located? Write down your goals with vivid details and deadlines. Your brain is a goal-seeking mechanism. If you give it a specific target, it will find ways to hit it. Believe it is possible, and believe in yourself. Your brain has a built-in filtering system called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Right now, your RAS is filtering out millions of bits of data so you don't go crazy. It only lets in what it thinks is important to you. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm bad with money," or "good things never happen to me," your RAS will literally block you from seeing opportunities. You have to change your internal script. Believe that success is possible for you, even if you don't know how it's going to happen yet. The how will show up once you start believing and moving. Unleash the power of goal setting. Canfield suggests creating a victory log and writing down a list of 101 goals you want to achieve before you die. Then, break those down into yearly, monthly, and daily goals. Every single morning, read your goals. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a way to prime your brain for the day ahead. It keeps your eyes on the prize and prevents you from getting distracted by minor annoyance. Part 2. Transform yourself for success. Now that we've got the foundation laid, let's talk about the internal work. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. Clean up your act. You cannot build a skyscraper on a shaky foundation. Canfield talks extensively about completing incompletes and tolerations. Think about all the half-finished projects in your life. The messy closet, the unreturned phone calls, the broken cabinet door, the toxic relationship you haven't ended. Every single incomplete item drains a little bit of your psychic energy. It's like having 20 apps running in the background of your smartphone. it slows the whole system down. Spend a weekend cleaning your physical space, closing old loops, and forgiving people who have wronged you. Clear out the old baggage to make room for the new success. Release the brakes. Most people are driving through life with their foot firmly pressed on the emergency brake. That brake is made of your comfort zone, your old limiting beliefs, and your past failures. To release the brake, Canfield advocates for two powerful tools: affirmations and visualization. An affirmation is a positive statement written in the present tense, like, "I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning a six-figure income doing what I love." When you repeat this daily, while vividly visualizing yourself living that reality, you fool your subconscious mind. Your subconscious cannot tell the difference between a real memory and a vividly imagined experience. It will start creating a healthy tension between your current reality and your vision, pushing you to take actions that align with your goals. Face what's not working. Success requires radical honesty. You have to look at your life and ask, what is working here and what isn't? If you are heavily in debt, stop avoiding your bank statements. Look at the numbers. If your relationship is dying, don't pretend everything is fine. Acknowledge the truth. You cannot fix a problem you refuse to look at. Part 3. Build your success team. Here is a major myth: the self-made billionaire who did it all alone. Canfield completely shatters this idea. No one achieves greatness in isolation. You need a team. Drop out of the "ain't it awful" club. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they constantly complaining about the economy, gossiping about celebrities, and telling you why your ideas won't work? If so, you are running a race with weights tied to your ankles. Canfield calls these people toxic normies or energy vampires. You need to protect your mindset fiercely. Limit your time with negative people and actively seek out individuals who stretch your thinking, encourage your dreams, and hold you to a higher standard. Network with masters. If you want to reach the top of your game, you need to surround yourself with people who are already where you want to be. Canfield highly recommends forming or joining a mastermind group. This is a small group of ambitious individuals, usually 4 to 6 people, who meet weekly or monthly to share resources, brainstorm ideas, and hold each other accountable. When 2 or more minds come together with a spirit of harmony, they create a third mind that is far more powerful than any individual intellect. Redefine time. To maximize your productivity, Canfield introduces a time management system that divides your days into 3 distinct categories: day type, purpose, and focus. Focus days. Days spent entirely on your core genius, the activities that generate revenue and advance your primary goals. Preparation days. Days spent planning, learning, researching, and setting things up so your focus days run smoothly. Free days. 24-hour periods with absolutely no work, checking emails, or business thinking. These are strictly for rest, family, and rejuvenation. By categorizing your time this way, you avoid the trap of constant, exhausting multitasking that leads to burnout. Part 4. Create successful relationships. You can have all the money in the world, but if your relationships are a mess, you aren't truly successful. Keep your agreements. Trust is the currency of success. Every time you break a promise, whether it's showing up late to a meeting, missing a deadline, or failing to call a friend back, you make a withdrawal from your trust account. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If an emergency happens and you can't keep your agreement, communicate immediately and make a new one. Reliable people are rare, and because they are rare, they are highly valued. Speak with impeccability. Words have power. They can build up or tear down. Canfield advises against gossiping, lying, or using your words to diminish others. Speak with integrity. Use your speech to elevate the people around you and to state what you want, rather than complaining about what you don't want. Tell the truth faster. How much time do we waste dropped in awkward silence, dropping subtle hints, or hiding our true feelings because we're afraid of conflict? Canfield's rule is simple. Tell the truth faster. If something is bothering you, address it kindly but directly. If you made a mistake, admit it immediately. Clearing the air quickly saves days, weeks, or even years of resentment and wasted energy. Part 5. Success and money. Let's talk about cash. Canfield dedicates a massive portion of the book to rewriting your financial story, because so many people have unconscious blocks around wealth. Master the money game. Money isn't evil. It's simply a tool that amplifies who you already are. If you're a bad person, money makes you a worse person. If you're a generous, loving person, money allows you to be incredibly generous and loving on a grand scale. To master the money game, you must first change your relationship with it. Stop saying, "I can't afford it," and start asking, "How can I afford it?" Pay yourself first by saving and investing at least 10% of everything you earn before you pay your bills. Become a giver. One of the most counterintuitive principles of wealth is the law of tithing or giving. Canfield notes that almost every ultra-successful person he knows practices some form of philanthropy. When you give money away generously to causes you believe in, you send a powerful signal to your subconscious mind that you have more than enough. It shifts you from a mindset of scarcity, "there isn't enough to go around," to a mindset of abundance, "there is plenty for everyone." What you give away comes back to you multiplied. Part 6. Success starts now. We can talk about mindsets, masterminds, and money all day, but none of it matters without this final section. This is where the rubber meets the road. Feel the fear and do it anyway. Fear is natural. It's a biological mechanism designed to keep us safe from saber-toothed tigers. But in the modern world, fear usually just protects us from embarrassment, rejection, or discomfort. Canfield reminds us that successful people feel the exact same fear that unsuccessful people feel. The difference is that successful people don't let the fear stop them. They realize that fear is just false evidence appearing real. Treat fear as a green light that means, "Hey, this is an opportunity for me to grow." Ask. The world is full of people waiting for someone to give them permission to succeed. They want a promotion, but they don't ask for it. They want a mentor, but they're too scared to send an email. Canfield's advice? Ask anyway. What's the worst that can happen? They say no. If they say no, you are in the exact same position you were in before you asked. Your situation didn't get worse. But if they say yes, your entire life could change. Don't reject yourself before the other person even has a chance to say no. Rejection. When Canfield and his co-author tried to publish the first Chicken Soup for the Soul book, they were rejected by 144 publishers. 144. Most people would have quit after 5 or 10 rejections, concluding that the book was a bad idea. But Canfield knew that a no from a publisher didn't mean the book was bad. It just meant they hadn't found the right match yet. Whenever you get a rejection, remember the phrase, SW, 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 SW. Some will. Whim won't. So what? Someone's waiting. Keep moving until you find the person who is waiting for what you have to offer. Practice uncommon appreciation. Gratitude is the ultimate success shortcut. When you appreciate what you already have, you instantly align yourself with a positive emotional state. Write thank you notes. Tell your coworkers you appreciate their hard work. Thank the barista who makes your coffee. When you become a beacon of appreciation, people naturally want to help you, work with you, and be around you. The ultimate takeaway: if you watch this whole video and do nothing else, remember this: success leaves clues. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room, and you don't need to be born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You just need to follow the principles. Pick just one principle from this video today. Whether it's writing down your goals, starting an affirmation practice, or cleaning up your unfinished tasks. Commit to it. What's the one principle you're going to implement in your life starting right now? Let me know in the comments down below. If you found value in this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs a wake-up call. Keep moving, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.